Is it not harsh to deny people the freedom to pursue what they believe aligns best with their nature? What they feel leads to their own true well-being. Yet, in a sense, when you grow angry at others for their errors, you deny them this very liberty. They gravitate towards such behaviors as if they were essential to their own advantage. But you may object. It is not truly beneficial. Therefore, instruct them patiently. Show them the way without falling into anger. Death is simply the cessation of sensory impressions, a release from the tyrannies of passion, the illusions of the mind, and the burdens of the body. If your body endures the trials of life, should your soul, the seat of strength, falter, beware lest you transform from a philosopher into a mere figure of worldly power and adopt the inclinations of the court. To avoid this, remain steadfastly simple, sincere, restrained, free from pretense, and devoted to justice. Let your heart be compassionate, tender, and resilient enough to bear whatever befalls you. Continue to embody the virtues that true philosophy nurtures. Revere the gods and work for the welfare of others. For life is fleeting, and acts of kindness and a pure disposition are the true fruits of our time on earth. In all things, act as a true disciple of Antoninus Pius. Remember his steady adherence to reason, his calm demeanor, his reverent nature, the warmth of his expression, and his utter lack of vanity. He strove to thoroughly understand matters before him and avoided rashness, baseless accusations, or slander. He kept himself free from malice, fear, and suspicion. His life was marked by simplicity, modest living, a plain diet, minimal needs. He endured hardship without complaint and welcomed correction from others if they could offer better guidance. Let his example prepare you for your final hour, so that you too may face it with a clear conscience. Awaken your mind and dispel illusions, shaking off the remnants of sleep. See this world and its trappings as no different from the fleeting images in a dream, realizing the illusions we cling to are but shadows. I am composed of body and soul. To my body, all external matters are indifferent. It cannot favor one thing over another. As for my mind, it is indifferent to all that lies outside its control, choosing only to engage with what is present, for past and future actions hold no sway over it. Just as a foot fulfills its role by carrying the body or a hand by performing its work, so a person, as long as he performs what is proper to his nature, cannot act against it. Therefore, whatever effort is natural to you cannot harm you. If happiness lay solely in pleasure, then why would some of the most notorious figures, thieves, adulterers, parricides, and tyrants appear to enjoy such measures of satisfaction? Consider the diligence of even those who practice the most basic trades. Though limited in knowledge, they are fully committed to their craft. Shouldn't we, who possess reason, take even greater care to uphold our nature, which we share with the divine? Asia, Europe, what are they but mere corners of the vast world? The whole sea, a drop, Mount Athos, a mere clod, and time, a single point in eternity. All things are small, fleeting, ever-changing. Everything has its origin in either divine intention or necessary consequence. Even a lion's roar, a serpent's venom, or the thorn's sting are but aspects of a greater order. Look beyond appearances to the wellspring from which all things arise. He who perceives the present perceives all that has been and all that will be, for all things are of one kind and nature. Reflect often on the interconnectedness of the universe, the harmony among all things, for each is interwoven, folded within the other, binding them into a cohesive whole. Accept the circumstances apportioned to you by fate, and embrace those with whom you share your journey, showing them genuine love. A tool, well made for its purpose, serves even if its maker is absent. But in natural beings, the creating force remains ever present, and thus they merit our respect. If we live in harmony with nature's purpose, all is well with us. When you regard things outside your control as either good or bad, you invite turmoil. Should you miss what you deem good, or endure what you see as bad, you will blame the gods and resent others. But if you focus only on what is within your power, you have no reason to fault the gods or any person. We all contribute to the grand order, some willingly, some unknowingly. Even those who murmur or resist are, in their way, cooperating. Consider how you wish to participate, as one who understands the whole, or as one who blindly resists. The administrator of all will use you regardless, for even the dissenting voice serves his purpose. Yet choose not to be the incongruent part of the whole, like a discordant verse in a play. Does the sun attempt to do the rain's work? Does Asclepius encroach upon the role of the earth? Each star performs its unique task, yet all contribute harmoniously toward a single end. If the gods have planned each event in detail, trust in their wisdom, for how could they intend harm to you? If they are wise and discreet, they would not cause suffering without purpose. But if they have not considered your affairs in particular, surely they have done so in general, and your part aligns with this larger order. But if there were no divine plan at all, a thought too irreligious to entertain, then even so, be grateful that you can chart your own course, guided by reason and in keeping with the needs of society. Whatever happens to any individual benefits the whole. It is enough to know that every event serves a larger purpose. If you are mindful, you will perceive this truth, even if such events are commonly thought of as neutral, like health or wealth, rather than true goods. Like familiar scenes on a stage that become tiresome. All events in life repeat, coming from the same sources and yielding the same outcomes. When, then, will it end? Reflect on the passing of so many lives, of so many professions and places. Consider each successive generation, from ancient orators and philosophers to the heroes of old, and ask yourself, what harm do they suffer now? Even those whose names have faded, what do they lack? The one enduring task we have is to live virtuously and gently among all, whether they are just or unjust. When you seek comfort, recall the virtues of those around you. One may embody industriousness, another modesty, a third generosity. Let the sight of others' virtues, even if fleeting, give you solace and encouragement. Do you resent weighing only so many pounds, rather than 300? If so, then it is equally irrational to grieve over a life's limited span. Just as you accept your physical limits, so should you accept the time allotted to you. Persuade others to act justly, yet proceed even if they resist. If force opposes you, shift your efforts from justice to patience, embracing whatever obstacle arises as an opportunity to practice a new virtue. Remember always to adjust your desires, holding in reserve the possibility that what you seek may lie beyond your control. This ability to moderate yourself lies fully within your power, no matter the circumstances. The ambitious see happiness in fame, the hedonist in pleasure, but the wise find it only in virtuous action. You alone have the power to reject any thought, along with the grief it brings. For external things themselves cannot enforce belief. They only acquire meaning through the thoughts we attach to them. When someone speaks to you, listen intently. Let not your mind wander, but instead fix your attention wholly upon their words and intent. What is not beneficial for the hive cannot be beneficial for the bee. Do passengers question their safety if the ship is well piloted? Do patients worry when their physician cures them? In either case, they simply trust in the skill and care of the one in charge. How many who came into this world when I did are already gone? To the jaundiced, honey tastes bitter. To those bitten by mad dogs, water appears terrifying. To children, a ball seems magnificent. Why then should I be angered by human errors? Can mistaken beliefs not sway people as powerfully as poison causes rage or sickness brings about delusion? No one can prevent you from living in accord with your nature, nor can any event disturb the common good. Consider who people strive to please, what they wish to obtain, and by what actions they pursue it. Reflect on how soon time will sweep away and bury all things, as it has already done to countless others.